Once again, my friends, I am with you wandering to the end of 1992. And today, featuring everybody's favorite movie star, the one and only Don Ameche. Don Ameche, as he appeared on this program. He is one of my very special beloveds. I just love Don Ameche. Also, once a year, holiday time, we take a few minutes to thank a few of our friends who've been appearing with us in our little memory lane unit, traveling through the, even though I hate the word orphanages, but those kind of homes and nursing homes and hospitals, and they cheer up neglected people. Today we'll be getting a holiday wish from such good friends of our unit as Pete Farrow, the conductor who does jokes on the trains, Ken Versa, noted disc jockey, Kim Hollywood Myers, who does those Fats Domino songs at the Baby Grand, and Tommy Rattacco, who does the Russ Colombo repertoire. Richie Ornstein, of course, presenting trivia. Me right now presenting my memory lane moment. A little bit of, we just... We got some good friends here this morning who'll be watching me, watching Don Ameche. Richie, how well do you know Pete Farrow?
I see Pete every day, and he tells me where I'm going. What stops am I going to?
Jamaica, Rockwell, Center, Walden, Freeport, Merrick, Belmont, City, Massapequa, Park, Anvil, Quebec, Lyndhurst, and Babylon.
I love it.
This is the conductor on the
Long Island
Railroad who gets all that publicity on all those newscasts, and I want him to come down here. And I can only... So is it easier to make the customers laugh on the morning shift or on the going home shift? In other words, how do you tailor your material different ways for different shifts? You know what I'm saying, Pete?
The going home shift is definitely the shift. It's the place to be.
Really?
And people are going home from work. They're done. They're glad they're done with the whole day. And since I was on your show last time, I'm even more of a hit than I was when I first started out 4 years ago.
I'm so proud of you.
No,
And when the riders are... when the passengers are busy laughing, they have less time for pickpocketing and muggings, and I think you got a good theory there. I like
exactly. And less time to complain, less time to yell at me, and
a crime-free train when you're telling jokes, right?
Exactly. You want your wallet back?
Pete, how'd this whole thing begin? A little bit of.
I was doing jokes on the train one day, and people from the New York Times were there, and they liked my routine. They did a big story on me. Next thing I know, I'm on Channel 7 News, I'm on Channel 4 News, I'm on the Joe Franklin Show. I win a competition for Comedy Central back when the Democratic Convention was going on in New York.
And what recognition, Mr. Farrow? I'm chatting here with Pete Farrow, who is getting enormous press as being the conductor who tells jokes instead of standing there grouchy. What recognition, if any, are you getting for brightening people's lives, such as thank you letters, Christmas gifts, whatever it might be, Pete?
I got a letter from President Hoppy, the president of the Long Island Railroad.
He said you fired, no?
Yeah. No. And he said McDonald's is hiring. No, he said that keep up the good work, and it's been great publicity. And I also signed on with the Stanley Kaplan Agency.
Fabulous.
And I'm starting to become the Screen Actors Guild. And, I'm looking forward to doing sitcoms and things. Things are looking very well. Thanks to yourself.
Thanks to you.
Mr. Ornstein.
Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Winchell one time coined the term disc jockey. Disc jockey then, Richard, applied only to radio personalities.
That's right.
Now every discotheque has their own disco jockey, I guess, and one of the leading ones is a young protege of ours named Ken Versa.
It's good to be back, Joe, I got to tell you.
Ken, we missed you.
Yeah, oh, I missed you. You know, the other day, it's funny, I was thinking about, while I was driving in the car, that Joe Franklin has outlasted, well, let's say it, the Johnny Carson era.
Well, he made a few more.
And even the radio station, too.
He made a few more dollars than I made.
Oh, well, a couple of shekels,
yeah,
if
about
you will.
100 million more.
Right.
So, Ken, where do you spin? Let's make some friends.
Yes. You can catch me at a place, and my goodness, I had to write this down because there are so many things happening. It's called the Scarlet Nightclub, which is located in the Friar Tuck Inn up in Catskill, New York. And I'm there every Friday and Saturday during the entire ski season.
Ken, how do you liven up a dull crowd? Well, now, conversely, how do you simmer down a violent crowd? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's pretty hard to do. Let me tell you, when they come in on Friday nights up at the Scarlet Nightclub, they are unbelievably, all ready to party hardy, and you know they're pretty riled up. And I find that on Friday nights the crowd is a little bit more tougher to work than on Saturdays.
Would you like a job like that, sort of pleasing the crowds, Pete, and choosing the tempos? What do you think, Pete? Would you like to be a disc jockey in a club like that?
Yeah, you got an application on you?
It's not as easy as you think. That's
sure?
that's for sure. It really isn't as easy as people think it is just to play a record. There's a lot more that goes into it, like 12 years experience. You have to experience it to really live it. It's a lot of fun. Also, I want to take out a moment more, Joe, to thank the Caridi family for having me up there at this Friar Tuck Inn. And it's my second season there, and I want to give you this, Joe. I know Joe is into T-shirts, so I thought it would be kind of nice to
Depends
pass
whose
this along
T-shirt.
to you.
Depends whose I'm into
this is a little-
T-shirts.
Yeah, this is a little something that you could
Whose
put on at home.
Whose T-shirt would you like to be in? Name.
Oh, I could name about a half a dozen of them.
Listen, one more holiday treat before we do our holiday wishes here. A young man who not only pleases the nightclub crowd, but also the daytime crowd with our little unit that travels around, and they love a young man named Kim Hollywood Myers.
Hi, Joe.
Kim,
I'd like
you
to
look
say
so
thank you
beautiful
very
and
much.
handsome.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say to Ken Verser about his profession, or Pete Farrow about his profession?
Yes, being a pianist, you have to always create live music, and it's right now it's right on the money. Where your profession, I enjoy it too.
I enjoy knowing you. You are so beautiful
so
when
much,
you're
sir.
doing those Blueberry Hills at the Baby Grand.
Yes.
What are some of your goals for the new year? Some of your plans for next
Well, I hope to produce a new CD coming out probably back in March, and I'm working right now. I'm presently at the Foxwood Casino in Ledyard, Connecticut, the month of February, where I play approximately for about 10,000 people a night.
And they love
They love
Kim.
it.
Who first called you Hollywood in the middle? Who first said Kim Hollywood Myers? Huh?
You did.
Really? Oh, boy, thank you. Opposite. Well, of course, Tommy Ritecco, I want to tell you, Tommy is written up in the Current Italian Tribune. Another young singer on the cover named Frank Sinatra, who might be watching, we hope. We say happy birthday to Frank, even though it's about a couple of weeks late right now. And also in this paper was a picture of a man who used to read the funnies on the radio years ago. Remember the name Fiorello LaGuardia?
Sure, he was terrific.
And Tommy has recorded something for the end of the year, which I want to do in about a moment. But first of all, everybody wants a touch of Stump the Panel from our resident triviologist.
Okay, jump in. Identify the actor whose real name was Jerry Silberman. He was also nominated for an Oscar for his second film, The Producers, and he also starred in Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein.
What's
His
his
name
name?
is?
Mel Brooks?
No? Nope.
What's the
That's
name?
right, Gene Wilder. Someone screamed it out.
Before my
Maybe it was
time.
Tommy Ritacco. Okay.
Who said Gene Wilder? Kim, you wouldn't allow me.
Yeah, Kim knows his stuff. In 1973, named the artist with the million-selling Oscar-winning song, The Morning After.
I know that.
That's a toughie.
Maureen McGovern.
Oh, very good, Tommy and Joe.
Tommy, one more.
On the television series Dragnet, what was Sergeant Joe Friday's badge number?
714?
Oh, you know your numbers.
That's my train.
Anyhow,
Sounds like a good number.
End of the year greeting, starting with Mr. Farrow. Your thoughts to your passengers and
To my passengers and to Vanessa Williams, because I know you're a big fan of mine.
Right.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And may 1993 be your year, Mr. Farrow.
Thank you.
Ken Verser, traveling disc jockey.
Well, to all of our friends and our loved ones out there, and stealing a couple of phrases from Joe, may it be a warm, healthy, wealthy new year for you and your family.
And may the bluebird of happiness fly up your nose. That's a record by
good enough,
Jan Pierce, Bluebird of Happiness. Kim Hollywood Myers, who was the master at the Baby Grand Piano. Kim, your thoughts?
I like to say, believe in yourself. If you continue to believe in your dreams, you will succeed in 1993. Thank you.
Boy, you look like Edward G. Robinson when you said that. Yeah, that was me, you guys. You better have a good year, right?
Right.
And Tommy Ritecco will say it right now with a touch of Bernard Meltzer's theme song. Tommy doing something for the season.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, perfect harmony.